Rabbids, Spark of Hope. I was actually going to set it up so that I started and I was already in the game and yada yada. But then I thought, this is a beautiful home menu and I really like it, and I just wanted to have it on the stream just so if I ever look back on the stream, because it's really pretty. I like it. It's cool. Continue our journey. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's doing good. We're off. We're running. So here we are. We're back. I'm super excited about this. So, we're back. I'll fuck with that shit later, I guess. So we're back. We're playing Mario in the Rabbids, Spark of Hope. I'm super excited about this. So like I said yesterday, this is my most anticipated game for this year. And that being said, I wanted to play most of it on this stream. So I off stream, I've basically set a rule. I have a second playthrough that I'm doing, but I'm only allowed to go up to where we are currently. Any of the new story stuff I have to experience on stream. But it does give me time to finick with stuff that I did not finick with last night on stream, which is this. I did not realize this because you can't do this in the first game. But on this game, you don't have to have Mario in your party, which is, if nothing else, that is probably the biggest selling point of this game for me so far. Oh my gosh, I have a long hair in my beard, or a string or something. But yeah, in the first game, you have to have Mario, and in this game, you don't. And that is fantastic to me. Let's go. I think we had to go in here. I think that's where we were. Okay, somebody's watching us. King Neptune's over there. Okay. So, evil Rabbid girl is following us around. Okay, so now I can fast travel. That's cool. Well, there's a flagpole outside too, but I didn't touch it because I didn't know what it was. Gosh dang it. Well, that's how that fucking rolls, I guess. What is this? It's King Neptune and his wife. I forget what King Neptune's name is right now. I don't know why I'm spacing on that.
Perhaps we could cross over it with that plank, but we'd need to raise the water level there somehow.
So it's gonna be a puzzle. Oh, look at this. How complicated. Where could I move it that would let the water go forward? Oh no, there are 2 blocks. I'm really hoping this is just supposed to be like warming me up for block puzzles, because this is... The other game had some tricky block puzzles, and this is... I'm just gonna say underwhelming. My general impressions of this game so far are pretty... Trying to figure out if I push this forward, then I push this into place, then I pull this forward, then I move... I can't move them both, I'm guessing. I need to move this. Can I grab it from the side and shift it that way? Oh, yeah. Well, that's really easy then. I thought I wouldn't be able to grab it from the side and do that. So far, this game seems like they wanted to go for a lot of changes, but it seems like to me they wanted to aim for more action direction with the gameplay. Oh, look, little baby Hercules. This is definitely an homage to the Hercules, the 90s Hercules movie by Disney. There's nothing. That other mural looks just like Zeus and Hera from that movie. This looks just like Hercules from that movie. It's honestly funny that they do that. I like that. That's fun. He's fucking. He's got a sausage. That's great. He's being chased by a chicken. He's reaching up for a little sausage. That's great. Everybody needs a little sausage. You know, I didn't look where that water was coming from. I'm curious now. I love the fact that I don't have to have Mario in my party. Defeat 3 Goombas and this guy would be grateful to me. Are there Goombas in this cave? Yeah, boy, there's a Goomba. We're gonna kick this Goomba's ass. Here we go. You come here, you little lumpy rock mushroom guy. But it seems like they wanted a more action direction, and that's why they chose a lot of the options that they did. What did I waste her point on? I'm gonna reset her thing. And I can't dump them in there yet, but that's where they're gonna go. She's the healer, so she needs to have her stats maxed out for healing. Okay. We're going to Mario's. We're going to customize. And we're going to say... Yeah, I'm okay with that. Let's leave him built like that for now. I like his dash abilities a lot, so I'm okay with that. Okay, here we go. But the way they got the skills tied to individual buttons, it feels like somebody was like, how do we make it more like an action game? And they were like, I don't know. Shooting games have all the actions on individual buttons. Wouldn't that help? And I don't think the controls from the last game were the problem. Also, I think like the open world was them being like, okay, what would make the game feel more like an action game, like one of these hip games the kids like nowadays. And they're like, oh well, if it was, you know, open world, that's what kids want. I wonder if I can get further team jumping, or if it's just going to be this basically the same amount of range. Oh shit.
So strong.
I gotta be real gentle. Yeah, I got them all. Did I win the fight? I won the fight. Ah, I got it. But yeah, like all that, the actions, changing the controls so all the actions are on a individual button of their own, and the way they made everything, like it's not on the grid anymore, it's more open movement based, and the way you move around the level, it's kind of like an open world now. It feels like that's what they were going for. And I'm not going to say that it's a bad sequel. I don't think this is a bad sequel at all. I just think it's one of those sequels where I like it, but I like it for different reasons than I like the first one. The one complaint that I do have at this point, I really thought these were going to be the fast travel things. Because they're all over the place. I don't know what the fuck they are. I can't do anything with them. So, what was I saying? So I like it. I like it for different reasons. The only big complaint that I have at this point with this game is, oh no, they attacked me. The only big complaint I have at this point with this game is the graphics. I do not understand how 2 years later you make a game that has worse graphics than the first game. The first game is goddamn beautiful, especially for a Switch game. I would argue even outside of the Switch, that is a good looking game. That is a game that will hold up graphically. This game looks like dog shit in comparison. It is extremely fuzzy and pixelated. I think part of it's because I think it has two things. I think it's because they went for bigger map designs with like the open world and stuff where they have to have more stuff loaded at one time. And also because they go for these like pulled back camera views a lot more in this game. And I think that has some effect on the graphical fidelity of the game for some reason. Well, I only have one dash, so...
Leaving so soon.
Who's next?
Bomb, 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 bomb. See, and I don't think they count as a weapon attack, so I think I'm better off going with the L move. I don't think Goombas count as a weapon attack, so I don't think activating that, his special ability does anything, if I remember right from when I was playing yesterday. So probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to stick to one character group per planet, and then I'll just switch out characters every time I get to a new planet. That way we can kind of see them all. I played with them all last night on my other account, but... And I can just have Peach heal him. Oh. Well, looks like I won't even need that. I didn't know that guy was back there. What the fuck? Of course, he's not even the one that needs healed. But if I use his ability... No, Peach. I want you to attack this guy back here. Kill that guy. So much for ignores partial cover, right? But I don't understand why this game looks so bad. It just looks washed out. It doesn't look like they took the time on the graphics. Everything looks kind of like fuzzy and pixelated. In the other game, everything looks real sharp and crisp. And it just looks really, really, really good. And in this game, everything just looks fucking terrible. And I don't understand it. Like, if you flip these if you told me this was the first game based on the graphics, I would believe you. And the second game, they made a bunch of graphical improvements, I would believe it. It almost makes me wonder if this game got, like, rushed out the door. Because that's the thing I could believe from Ubisoft. And I know this game probably had a little bit of Nintendo oversight, but I doubt it had a ton. And that makes me kind of think, well, maybe Nintendo didn't have the amount of oversight on the quality of this game. And so some things slipped through the cracks on it. I'm gonna go punch the shit out of this rabbit, though. You're almost dead. Call this overkill, bitch. But that's my only guess. Is that maybe it was like a quality thing? Like maybe they were like 3/4 of the way done in Nintendo and then we're just like, ah, pushed out. We want it out for the holiday season. And they were like, okay, I guess. See, look, another one of those swirly things. What do they mean? There's a giant pretzel down here.
2 days for the dough to rise, 8 hours to knead, and after licking the cinnamon glaze off, Augie tosses it aside.
Augie is a brilliant god that everyone should respect, because we as mortal beings cannot fathom nor understand the complexities of his godly thoughts. I am one away from getting the key to that secret cove, and I really want the key to that secret cove. It turns out those books just give us memory, like, voice clips for the like, info thing. Nothing too exciting. Hey, come here, little guy. I want to give you a great big hug. Oh, fuck! He's getting tentacle raped. You gotta get in there. Let's all just jump out of a waterfall. We don't know where it's gonna go. Oh dear. That's many tentacles. Oh boy.
Hurry! We've got to go after that spark of light!
Yeah, we do.
Indeed. Without the spark, we will not be able to enter the lighthouse.
Gee, that is far from the only reason we should save that poor creature.
Obviously, defeating the darkness...
His name is literally
also
Beepo.
provide us with one of 2 purified darkness energy crystals. However, this creature's higher density of darkness energy, as compared to Puddles, means our enemies will be more formidable.
That's what I get for my...
So here's my thing, and I think I've said this before. Looks like there's a whole bunch of junk around here we can do as soon as these tentacles are gone. His name is freaking Beepo. Beep O. Beep is in his name. He's called Beep O because he beeps and he makes little computery noises, but he doesn't talk. And so why they gave him a voice in this is just it's a thing, I guess. A thing I have to deal with, but it is not a thing that I want to deal with. Super effects can be applied. I wondered why they gave us... So they gave us the red star right before this in that fight outside. And I wondered why. And I didn't really think about it. So Mario's attacks reduce physical damage. This one reduces physical damage. This one reduces special effects though. So we're going to throw that on her. I'm probably going to switch Starburst onto her instead of Pyrostar just because this has more support type ability, and that's kind of what I want her there for, is to support Rabbid Mario while he punches the shit out of things. So that's probably what we're going to do there. Let's see. I don't want to push that button until this dude is dead. Oh, well. This is what we're gonna do to you, mister. You're gonna get shot. Die. Eat my rocket launcher. Rocket launch you. Gonna dash through you. And then I'm gonna punch this shit out of you. Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. We're gonna throw this up. And then we're gonna have Peach throw up. Oh! So he has an attack. So his passive, his neutralizing fire and shit, that must just be a passive. Okay. This is another thing they massively changed in this game, is they got rid of secondary weapons, and they seem to have replaced them with the sparks. And Sparks don't only offer weapon options, they offer... Okay, so I see what we're going to do. We're going to move her up here. And we're going to have her shoot at probably that guy over there. Because why not? Oh, I can't hit that guy. I can hit that guy, though.
Sleepy time. Okay.
Hello, mister. It's a pleasure to meet you. Eat my fist. He sounds so much better than Chris Pratt. It's sad. And I don't know how I feel about it, because I liked the secondary weapons, because they gave you another option with every character on how to attack. And Sparks don't always do that.
Take it easy. You're on my list.
Well, I got what I wanted out of that. That's what I really wanted, was... I wanted... to kill that guy with... Move her up here. Oh, so we don't have to bring up both sides? Okay, well, yeah, then we're not bringing up both sides. Fuck that. Then there's no reason to do it. We're not going to do it. It'll just make the fight harder. At least this way they're funneled through one side if they come rushing at us. I don't think she can shoot anybody. Do we need healing? Yes. Her special animation for her special ability is probably my favorite. It's got real Sailor Moon vibes. But I'm kind of torn on the spark thing, because I miss secondary weapons. I wish they were still there. I don't like it when they strip stuff out of a sequel. If something's there in the original, it should be there in the sequel. Maybe just tweak it and adjust it so that it works. That's like stripping out buying weapons that are actually... All you can buy in this game are weapon skins, which I think is completely meaningless, and it means... I assume it's you know, oh, well, now we can sell weapon skins, and people don't have to worry about weapons being... Let's see. Attack him, little fiery star, dude. Did I kill him? Is he dead? Oh, that's great. Some of the things are still so great in this game, like the character animations when you attack them and shit. That's great. Can I hit him with my guns? No. We just gotta get as close as possible to this douche. Oh yeah, you're both mine now, bitches. Here we go. Bang bang. Okay, so there's two guys over there, so we're gonna use L. I don't know if either of them can hit me. I wish the skill animations were like that. I wish they were just on the map. I'm gonna come over there, I'm gonna beat you up. I'm gonna hit you real good. Oh my god, he's alive. But I really miss... Let's see if my tea is cold enough to drink yet. I really miss character having secondary weapons. I just don't understand the mindset behind getting rid of them. Unless... This is my only guess on this. They were going to add... They wanted to give some of the sparks some type of... Like... Because of, like, the fire ability on this spark, they thought, oh, that plus the already existing secondary weapons is just too much. We need to simplify it, because characters couldn't possibly understand 2 weapons and 2 skills, even though 2 weapons and 2 skills are what we had in the last game. But that's my only guess. Let's simplify it for no reason. I don't get it. You know, I miss my little caterpillar bomb that I could send off to murder people. I don't have anything I can do, huh? Okay. I was gonna say, I thought I had counterattack on. Hey, I wanted to kill that guy. Let me kill him. I'm really missing Rabbid Luigi's yo-yo with vampire on it, because that was like probably my favorite. I loved the way Rabbid Luigi played in the last game. He was like my favorite, one of my favorite characters in the last game because of all his vampire abilities. He was really fun. You could really just like torment the shit out of the enemies, sliding into them, shooting them. Oh good, edgy giant anime sword girl is here. Do I get her in my party now? I'm really hoping I get her in my party. I'm hoping we get 1 character on every planet, because that would be nice. That's how it should be. Really, I would have been happy even if they took all the characters that you can get in your party. Just showing she's a badass. She gonna steal our spark? Is that what she's gonna do? I think she's gonna steal our spark. Rabbid Mario's in love. Oh, that's fucking great. I love that they gave him a love interest. That's great. And now we're gonna show her connection to something. This giant tiger guy. Oh, this is gonna be the boss of this level, okay. Is she gonna play as a third party, or are they going to give me the ability to play as her?
The ominous stranger, having 3 heroes cooperating on the battlefield would give a huge advantage.
No shit, Beepo. You know what we did through the whole last game, and you didn't let me do in this game because you said we only needed 2 people? Wow, we can use 3 characters now. I get it. That's how they're trying to introduce the fact that we get... Like, it'd be a good twist if I had only ever played this game. But the problem is, this is not the only game I have ever played. I played the first one. Allies within range take negative 25% damage, including super effects. What was her other ability? Let's see. All targets within range are dealt 140% damage, plus any super effects if any one of them move within line of sight has one charge. So it's basically like the Overwatch abilities that Mario and Luigi have, but it's just with her sword instead, is what it sounds like. Huh. So I'll activate that before the end of the turn if I can't. Okay, so we're gonna go with. I don't want to do that yet. And then save the super effect for when we get up there by that tiger.
It's been real.
Mario needs health, so let's get Mario over here. As close as possible. I might be able to get Mario even closer if I... Can I team jump? Right around here.
Up you go.
I'll send Mario this way. I just want to make sure Mario's in range when I set this off. Hashtag healing journey. That's the funniest line she's had so far. Let's see. Reflect is probably the best option I got right now for skills. Oh, hi Pizza Face. I didn't even notice you had chatted. My bad. Hey Pizza Face, what's going on? Yeah, he does look pretty cool. He looks pretty snazzy, that tiger guy. I think they were trying to make me think it was Bowser, because that's definitely the goal they achieved. I thought when he first jumped out it was going to be Bowser. How's your day going, Pizza Face? Let's see. I don't want to team jump. Everybody else has used their skills. Technically, I could activate Mario's skill, but I can't hit anybody with Mario's fists. And I think even if they attack with a weapon, which the hooded guy has a weapon, but I think he's out of range, so I don't think it's going to matter. This chick, I think the best I'm going to be able to do is to activate her Overwatch ability. Maybe I'll activate her Fortify. I'll activate her Fortify and her Overwatch ability. That'll give us resistance, and then I'll activate her Overwatch ability. I don't know what the movement on that tiger guy is. So for all I know, he's going to run in, like, right up next to me. Not much, not much. I haven't slept really good the last 2 days, so I'm glad it's Friday, so I can come home and go to bed tonight, because, God, I'm tired. Other than that, though, it's not too bad. I'm going to go see Black Adam this weekend. That's exciting. I think the plan is to go see that tomorrow. Other than that, I'm probably going to try to find time to stream this weekend, too, because I am enjoying this game a lot, and I like this series a lot, and I really, really want to play it. And since I'm only playing it on stream, I'm not going to get to play it if I don't stream this weekend. So.
Okay, that's it.
Maybe we'll do some nighttime streams this weekend. Or maybe I'll get up extra early or some crazy shit. I don't know. But yeah, it's not a bad day. I get to go to work in an hour. A darkness portal. Can't we fight this guy? Oh no, I was gonna use the fire on him. Damn it. I heard I think it was the one YouTuber I watched. He put out a review for the new Hellraiser and he said it wasn't too shabby. I haven't watched Hellraiser in a very long time. You know what? I'm going to activate my ZR because I think if that cat works the way I think he works, and I guessed this when I saw him, the bruisers on the other game, the like big characters on the first game, they all run towards you when you attack them, but then they also get like an attack even if it's your turn. It's like a counterattack of their own, and I'm going to guess he has that ability. So as soon as I activate my boxing gloves, he's going to come over here and he's going to punch me in the face. See, he has that mark above his body right now. I'm thinking that means that I'm not at the proper level to attack this guy. But I'm going to try my damnedest to beat him, because I'm curious to see if I can. Unless he just does stupid crazy damage. Yeah, that's what he does. He does stupid crazy damage. Okay. Okay, he didn't kill Mario, but he could probably kill Mario in like 2 shots. So, I'm gonna run up here. Wait, I can't use the backpack because that's an option point. Shit. I know I have mushrooms in that backpack, so I could heal Mario if I had to. Oh, she does a shitload of damage. Holy crap. Well, I know who's staying on the party. Is Mario dead? Oh, he is almost dead. But he lived, so that means I can use... I think Peach's healing thing might come back up this turn. And then... Oh no, he's gonna die because it's gonna be that thing's turn. Shit. I can use the super mushroom on her.
I'm coming.
That'll boost her health, and she'll live through the next turn. Mario will probably die. I think Mario's dead.
Go on.
But I think she's gonna live. Oh man, this might actually be a tough boss fight. So...
Go on.
Shit. Oh, I did that wrong. I should have healed her first. Hopefully, if I beat him, the thing ends. Shit. I might have to restart this fight. But yeah, I heard good things about that Hellraiser movie. His review didn't make it sound too bad. I haven't watched Hellraiser since I was a real little kid. I remember, I think it was the one network here used to play it off and on. When I was a little kid, I watched a lot of horror movies. Are you into horror movies? Is that why you're excited about Hellraiser? That was cool. Oh, I thought you said that you saw the trailer for... Why did I read you... I don't know how I got the word trailer in the middle of that. That's weird. But yeah, you saw it, so it's good. You know, that actually makes a lot of sense. When I think about, like, the things you post on Instagram and just the general vibe of, like, a lot of the games you play, I can see it. I can see you being a horror fan. That makes sense. I'm hoping when I kill this guy it ends the fight, because I don't know if I can beat all the other enemies. And in the other game, all you had to do... Okay, all I had to do was defeat the boss. Sweet. Sweet, everybody's in. I'm gonna have to go check out her skills now. I didn't even know there was a novella. There's a Hellraiser novella? I used to watch a bunch of horror movies as a kid, and I don't watch any now. I don't know if it's the... Because horror really has changed a lot in the last... I mean, horror changes. It's like everything else. It changes all... Like, you would say action movies have changed a lot over the years, but horror movies have a lot, too. They've focused a lot more on jump scares anymore, and the CGI effects. And I'm still a big believer in practical effects. I feel like practical effects are the way to go when you can. The Hellbound Hearts. You're just full of information that I did not know. You're teaching me things. This is all I require. From every day I'm alive, I want to learn one new thing, and I've learned my one new thing. I can die happy today if I die.
Come with us to the lighthouse. Until we destroy the lighthouse tentacle, we can't create warp tunnels to other planets, and eventually to Cursor.
It's funny that they give the most adorable Spark, like the happiest looking one, to this Ramona Flowers looking girl. Yeah, CGI is whack. You can use it right. I think there's times you can use CGI right. If you use it in combination with practical effects, I think CGI works really, really good for that. But, yeah, CGI blood just...
Not a spark hunter.
Any liquid is really hard for CGI to do a lot of times.
Spaceship, huh?
Speaking of help,
Like, I think that's my bigger problem with, like, some of the newer Marvel movies is that a lot of the practical effects that were in, like, the same with Star Wars. I remember when Disney got Star Wars back, and they're like, we're going to do practical effects all the time. And then the longer Disney has had Star Wars, the less they actually use practical effects. Let's see. I want to select this lady. I want to go over to skills. No. I do not care about team jumping, so no. We're not doing that. We're going to reset all of your abilities because it's free. And I want to focus on... Man, weapon, technique, and health with her are all really important. So I think we're going to go with... health, and then probably weapon. That way I can get her in close and she can just beat the snot out of people. What other upgrades does she have to this skill tree? Increases the range of edge flying blade. Increases the flying blade Halo Aurora. Increases, starting from the first hit, each following hit deals 5% more. That's bonkers. I like that. Recovers 15% after winning a battle. Increases effectiveness of healing Edge receives. Her name is Edge? Oh, that's great. Yeah, there was loads of practical effects in The Force Awakens. And then, like, the further you get in this Disney Star Wars stuff, the less and less practical effects there are. It's just, it's weird. Andor, their new Andor show, which I really like. It's like the first Star Wars thing I've liked from them in a while. That has a lot of practical effects. Like, I don't think there's been that much CGI in that show that I can think of. Granted, I'm a couple episodes behind, so I say that, and the 2 episodes I missed are probably CGI messes, but... Let's go over and do Why do they keep distributing points without my permission? What is this nonsense? You know, I'm actually happy with that one. I'm not happy with this one. We're going to refund this point. And then we're going to stick it on that. Maybe not that. That requires 2. That requires 2. We might refund it when I have another point, and I might put it on this movement range one. And that's what I'm going to worry about for now. What weapon skins does Edge have, I wonder? Okay. I want these big, fiery-looking Megabug Dukes. What's down here that I can do? It's weird. I love practical effects, though, are awesome. Like, if there's a way a movie can, like, instantly grab me, it's with good practical effects. I think that's why I like a lot of Del Toro's stuff, is because Del Toro uses a lot of practical effects most of the time.
If only,
Professor Backpack. That is definitely... I'm hoping that's a call to Captain Toad. If only I could solve it, that would show them.
Sir, are you okay?
Beepo, this is the most these ancient riddles.
I've watched some reviews, though, for Black Adam, and I'm very confused about how I feel about it. It sounds like it's a great movie, except for the fact that it's a little bit stereotypical in some ways. The new Silent Hill game that they revealed they revealed a new Silent Hill game the other day. I did not. I'm going to have to go look that up as soon as I get off stream, because that sounds very interesting. There's a riddle in here. What can I turn these statues? Rotate the statues. What I don't understand is, I'm sure I think it has something to do with these photos. With how these are supposed to be rotated, but I've got to figure out... Let go. No. He's giving the hand, he's giving the thumbs up to this guy who's flexing. Man, I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like this puzzle's probably not as hard. There's a remake of Silent Hill 2, a new game called Silent Hill Townfall, and 2 other games. One of which is going to be multiplayer, maybe Dead by Daylight. Okay. That sounds interesting. I've never played Silent Hill. everybody tells me I need to. I think I would like to. As much as I don't watch horror movies anymore, I never used to like horror video games, but as I get older, I think that's what I prefer more of. Like, I've bought all the Resident Evil games on... Oh. I need coins to unlock that pipe. That is weird. Good. I'm not trying to say... This is what I will say about Konami and Capcom and a lot of the developers that I grew up loving. A lot of the really old school Japanese developers, I don't think they develop as much. The quality of their product has decreased over the years. I can name very few games from Konami or Capcom or Sega that I have genuinely thought was like a very high quality product in the last however many years. And that's nothing against them. I'm not saying they don't occasionally have good games. But as the quality of video games has gone up over the years, and I do think that, like, I get tired of people always being like, video games back in the old days never had any glitches and they released more complete. No, they did not. There are plenty of old video games that were like 10 minutes long if you knew how to beat them right. And plenty of old video games that had tons of breakable glitches or problems with how they played. That is definitely a thing. I played video games a lot as a kid. I ran into all kinds of glitches. Polish has always been an issue in the video game industry. Content not being all the way there has always been an issue in the video game industry. But, like, polish, you can still make things fairly good most. Like, but the quality of things out of a lot of those old developers, I think has dropped a lot over the years. Like, I don't know the last thing from Sega that I thought was, like, really high quality. I'm hoping the new Sonic game is, because the new Sonic game looks pretty good. But I don't know about, like, Konami. I don't know the last time I played a Konami game. I probably have one somewhere that I thought was decent, but I don't know the last time I played one and I thought it was just, like, great. Okay, so we're going to use healing right off the bat. Get everybody up to snuff. Oh, well, this isn't too bad. I can put her here. Then I'll use Mirio. Can I dash all? Isn't not gonna let me dash all the Goombas? Yeah, so then I'd rather punch the Goombas. I can slide this guy. Because when I punch the Goombas, I'll definitely get all three of them. And then I'll throw on Reflection because it's good. But that's good. I'm glad other people are making them. Maybe they'll be a little bit better. I think a big problem is I think a lot of those old developers, and Nintendo suffers from this too. I think some of those real old school developers that have been around for ages, I think a lot of them are resistant to change. And I don't know if that's like a thing in the culture or what it is, but you see it all the time, especially with Nintendo. Like, they're just very resistant to like things that are just like standard in every other country for video game development. Like, Nintendo is just so against online gaming. Like, they struggle so much to make anything that plays decently online, and it's like, why? Online gaming is this huge thing, and you develop, and like, anytime Nintendo does it, they screw it up somehow. And I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me, but they do. Holy shit. I thought her sword would be like close range. And I did not realize until I was reading her skills that she actually threw that sword. Damn, she's got a lot of range. That means I didn't have to run up on that tiger and she didn't have to die in the last match. Gosh dang it. Oh well. Well, we'll do Fortify, because that'll beef everybody up. And then we're going to do ZR. The Resident Evil 4 remake. Oh, they revealed the Resident Evil. I love Resident Evil 4, and I don't think I've ever beat it. And so a remake would be right up my alley. I did not see that either, so I'm excited about that. I bought Resident Evil 4, like the re-release that they had a couple years ago. It was on, they put it out on Xbox One, and I bought it for that. And when I was a teenager, I never played all the way through it. I played it, I had a demo for it, and I played that off and on, but I never actually ended up getting the game. And so I was pretty excited to play through it, and then because what did I buy? I bought a whole bunch of horror games the one year. I was going to stream them all. I remember this. I bought, like, BioShock, which isn't necessarily horror, but I think it's kind of got that vibe. I bought BioShock. I bought Resident Evil. I bought, that might be by Konami. What is it? Oh, God, I can't think of the name of it. It's another horror game. And there's two games in the... I can think of the cover. It's like all white, and I think there's like red lettering on the cover. And the guy's face almost looks like it's made of wax or marble. It's white too. Dead something. Dead. It's gonna drive me nuts, and I'm gonna remember it later. And I can't think of what it's called. And I bought Resident Evil 4, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to play all these in October, and we're going to have a horror stream, and I didn't. Because I missed Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3, like, none of my friend group played those at the time that they came out, so I never got into those. I feel like this is the way I'm supposed to go, which makes me... I want to know what's up this ladder. I need a gold pipe to go down there. There's a chain chomp down. Oh no, that's just a giant Goomba. I could just tell that it was something sleeping, and I thought chain jump, but no, it's just a giant Goomba. There's a cake over here. Up. Dash into this guy. So I'm excited. Maybe I'll get that remake, and I'll play that. I like the general atmosphere of Resident Evil 4 a lot. I don't know why. It's the same thing with The Village. I really like The Village. Oh, and I bought Resident Evil 7 Biohazard that year, and I was going to play that too. What was the other one? Man, that other game is going to drive me nuts. It's a 2-game series, and I can't think of what it's called. Dying something? Dead something? I don't know. I remember...
Wow. Want more? Anyone else?
It's a mirror force. It's just like Yu-Gi-Oh! I played about halfway through Resident Evil 7. I don't think I ever beat it. It was on, I forgot I actually downloaded it. That I bought it, and then I had it on, Xbox Game Pass, and I was like, oh, yeah, I bought that. I should play that. Nobody needs healing. Curve your bullets. Just like Morgan Freeman taught you how to do. I think I can hover over here and get all these guys. We're gonna dash. Then I'm gonna punch the snot out of this guy. Then I'm gonna activate counterattack because that other rabbit in that hood is going to attack me, and when he does, I'm going to punch him in the face. I haven't played Village at all. Village looked cool too. I don't know. There's something about that like village in the middle of nowhere type thing that I like a lot. I think that's the reason the first couple of Resident Evils never caught my attention, is because it's like they're in like the city. Aren't all three of the first ones like in the city for the most part? I've not played them. I watched my cousin play through all of them. He went through a big phase when I was living with him where he would get old PS1 games. We'd go to like the pawn shop or whatever. We'd go buy old PS1 games and he would play through them. Same with like PS2 games. He would go buy a lot of the old PS2 games and he would play through those. Enemy turn. I'm out of tea. It's disappointing. It has more variety than 7, which only has the molded, and the locations are varied and better looking. The soundtrack's better as well. I'm going to take your word on all of that. So you better not be lying.
Can't hide. One down.
I wish they still had the end of game like score for how much you were supposed to unlock. You know, soundtrack is very... I'm a guy that I have no ear for music. I cannot remember music at all, ever.
That'll work.
I hate the fact that these stupid Rabbids have actual voices. And her voice isn't even that bad. It's just, they don't need voices. La 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 la. Well, somehow I gotta get up there and come back down. Maybe that's how that cave on the left is. I have no ear for music. I can't remember music to save the life of me. I'm just bad at music. Can't remember songs, can't remember bands. I don't want to go yet. I didn't realize that was the exit. But game music, when there's game music in a game that, like, really captures the atmosphere of the game, I am all about that. Oh no, there's coins. Lower this ladder. Where are the rest of the coins at? Are they in here? Oh no. There's a tiger. Where'd the rest of the coins go? I'm really confused. I can hear it. It's some. Oh, it's over there. We'll restart again. I'm guessing this is like a timed. The next coins appear when I get the ones that I need. Yay, I did it. I got a chest.
Okay then.
I forget what game it was I was playing a while back, and like, man, the soundtrack was just... Man, what was that? My memory is just shot today, I guess. I really want to try that tiger, but I'm not sure if I can beat that tiger. I'm at level 6. I mean, let's try it. What's worst case gonna happen? He's gonna beat me up and... Oh, look, a POW block. Worst case, he beats me up and I quit the fight and come back out here. Yeah! I need to watch the clock because I'm doing a very bad job at that today. I have no idea what time it is. Did I win? Did I did it? Was that the whole thing? Did I did it? Man, I can't talk today either. I'm so glad it's Friday. Oh, that guy over there's still alive. Oh well, Peach can get him. Yay, we win the fight! Next. What's down here? What is that? Painted himself in a corner again. Help him save face by solving the riddle. Oh, how clever. Har 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 har. And let me guess, I have to put it on the right painting. Okay, so there's got to be like shock things coming off the side of his head. So it's probably not this love one. It's probably not this drunken one, where he's got bubbles coming off of his face. I'm thinking it's this one. It looks like he's getting electrocuted. It's got to be that one. Oh, so there's pieces for each. This kissing one, I'm going to assume, is the love one. Over here. You got any big plans for your weekend, Pizza Face? You going to go do anything fun? You going to party like it's 1960 something? I'm going to assume this is Baby Og. Yeah, because that's him smoking a pipe, so that has to be him. And he's reading a book, which I know is in the other one. Ooh, a staircase. And another spark. Yay, I got another spark. Oh, never mind. He left like all the other sparks. You know, I can't say I blame you. Weekend plans are overrated most of the time. I have to go with my contractor to buy a bunch of junk for my house. I'm getting the outside of my house is getting a complete makeover, which was not really my choice. My roof started leaking, so I had to replace the roof, and the rest of it just kind of went along with it. Shudder. I didn't know Shudder was still a thing. I'm glad it's still a thing. I don't like the fact that I wish we had more streaming services. How do I get up this steep cliff? Is there a puddle I have to fight somewhere? Yes, there is. He ran away from me and went into a puddle. What an... The sparks are dumb. That's all I'm saying. They're dumb. They're dumb. I'm excited because I get to go eat when I get off stream and I haven't ate all morning. I woke up late because I slept poorly and I was just like, I gotta go straight to streaming. I've done a really good... This is probably the most consistent I have streamed since the week Gigantic came out. Yeah, I know how to do that. Yeah, that's the thing.
One and done. Off you go.
Can I hit any of these people from... Oh. 0% chance. 0% chance, I'm assuming. Woo!
Just a bit.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Nobody needs healing, so I don't have to heal nobody. Destroy the Darkness Gate.
Beat it.
So I need the bomb-oms to damage it, or can I damage it myself? Let's see. I will fly over here and punch it in the face. Oh, no. So I need the bomb-oms. Okay, so that's a thing. Well, we're going to do Reflect. And we're going to do Counterattack, even though I don't think anybody's going to be in range. But maybe? Yeah, I saw that. I was on the Gigantic Discord, and they had the video where he was talking to the Gigantic community about it, and he was answering questions and stuff. And I watched, like, the first part of... There's, like, a 3-part video, and I watched the first part of it. It was the guy that was the community manager for Gigantic. It was him and Amanda, what's-her-face? And they did, like, the community videos for Gigantic. And now I guess he's the community manager at whatever the company is. Is it Perfect Worlds that bought Gigantic? Is that what it is? It's something like that. He's the community manager there, yeah. And I saw that he pitches it every now and then to try to get it brought back. I don't know how you would bring it back. I mean, I love Gigantic, but I don't know how you would bring it. Like, you would need to get that whole team back. Because I don't think... anybody else, it'd be very hard to bring in a new team to reboot that game and bring it back to life and have the same quality put into it. Like, there was so much detail in, like, the characters and stuff. I need to take my turn. I'm going to do that because that'll beef up Mario even more and end my turn. But I think it'd be difficult to bring Gigantic back, just because of how those characters are what make that game, and there's so much quality put into the animations and the designs and the kits of those characters. I don't know if you could get another developer who would put the same level of care into that. Am I gonna lose if I don't throw all these bombs at that door? So am I already gonna automatically lose, or is it gonna spawn more bombs? Is that what's... Man, I hope I don't lose just because of that. That'd be dumb. No. But even if let's say you could bring in a new team and they could bring it back to life, I don't think it would take that much to make that game successful. I really don't. Because I think we're kind of coming back around to hero shooters. I mean, Gundam came out, Overwatch 2 came out, and it's doing really well. I think people want something different that's not a battle royale. I mean, we talked about that the other day, right? But it's... How is that a 0? No, because I'll blow up the bomb. We're just going to go to enemy turn. I think you'd have to bring back... And I don't know if any of those people probably have jobs now. I don't think any of them would want to come back. I mean, even if they did, I don't know if they'd want to leave their job to try to work on a game that already failed. It'd be hard. But I don't think it would take that much to make Gigantic decently successful. I really don't. Like, I feel like they really blundered that. Like, yeah, I know a lot of people bitch about the RAM requirement, but is that really that big of a deal? Like, most people with gaming PCs who are playing games on their PC have more than, what is it, like 3 or 4 gigs or whatever the hell you needed to play Gigantic. Like, the requirement really, as much as people complain about that, like, that was one of the things that got brought up in that video where that guy was asking questions to the community. One of the people that he asked questions to brought that up. They're like, well, the RAM requirement. I'm like, how many people playing games on their PC have that small amount of RAM? Like, I think even a lot of basic standard PCs nowadays have... Like, I think you could go to Walmart, and I think most of the PCs you buy there probably have more RAM than that. Oh, yeah? That's interesting. See, if you could get rid of the RAM requirement, great. But if you couldn't get rid of it, I still don't think it's that much of a game breaker. Like, I haven't shopped for a PC lately, but I feel like most of them probably are pretty close to that RAM requirement. And I feel like most people playing games on their PC probably are past that RAM requirement. I have, I think, 32 in this fucking thing. Like, you know... Yeah, I think I could work. A lot of people are not happy with Blizzard. They might be looking for something else. I think people are looking... I think they're looking for the next multiplayer thing. And, you know, it doesn't seem like Overwatch is doing it, so maybe something else... Maybe it's the time for something else to come along.
It's been real.
I don't know. I think one of the big things they could do if they brought it back would be to just have it like a standard deathmatch mode. And I said that a lot when the game was out, and I stand by it. And the reason for that is your average player is fucking stupid. That's the easiest way for me to say it. Your average person doesn't like games like Gigantic or games like Battleborn because they're confusing and they have too much of a learning curve to figuring out how to play. And a lot of the games I have played over the years that I've really enjoyed have that problem. Like the Shadowrun shooter on the 360 and Windows Vista, that had that same problem where it had a really steep learning curve with all the spells and stuff it had involved in it. And a lot of people didn't like it and thought it was hard to play because of that, and so they didn't play it. And I think it's the same thing with Battleborn. I think Battleborn had a really high skill curve because you had to learn skills. Who could you fight with this character? Who could you fight with that character? How did the map work? When do you upgrade certain things? There was a lot to learn in those games, and I think it's too much for the average person. The average person wants to sit down, click the right trigger, and go bang, bang, shoot, shoot. That's why a lot of times when people would ask me what character they should play if they start playing Gigantic, and I would always ask, what genre do you play? Do you play MOBAs, or do you play shooters? Because if you play shooters, you probably want a character like Beckett, who is just bang, bang, shoot, shoot. And so I think a team deathmatch mode would really help with that. I think something like that, where you're just... all you have to do is kill other people and fight other people. And maybe set it up so in the deathmatch mode you can change characters during the match so that people could experiment. So if you start a match and this is your first match ever playing Gigantic, and you're fighting, and let's say you pick Wu, and you play half the match as Wu, and you suck, and you're just losing the whole match. Well, then you can change characters to somebody like Beckett or somebody like Tripp, and maybe one of those characters you would like more. But allowing them to change in the middle of the match, I think, would help them experiment and would maybe give them a chance to stay in the game and learn the mechanics, and would actually get them hooked on the game, and they'd be like, oh, this is really cool, I like how I can upgrade stuff. And it wouldn't feel so overwhelming if they had... Whereas the way Gigantic is set up, if you go to play your first match as Wu, and you hate Wu, and Wu completely ruins the experience for you, you have to play through that entire match, lose the match, so you're in a really negative mindset. Then you have to queue up for another match and wait for another match and hope that whatever character you picked suits your playstyle. And maybe you'll get a good character, maybe you'll get a bad character. But again, if it's another bad character, you have to go through an entire another match with a character you don't like to get to... yay! And so it can stack up like that to where people play 2 or 3 matches with characters they don't like, and they just give up on the game. And I think that... I don't think that helps the game. I think this is a small thing that Overwatch does, and I've noticed it with other character shooters too, and I think it would be really smart if Gigantic came back if they did that. Splitting characters up by role in the character select screen is really, really smart, because it gives players an idea of how each champion plays, and so you don't have to worry about, like, oh, I'm a support guy, I like playing support characters. Well, when you bring up Gigantic, it is really hard to tell who the support characters are in that menu. Puddles. But I think there's a lot of little stuff like that they could do. Like, have a team deathmatch mode where you can select characters on the fly during the match. I think that'd be really smart. I think having characters split up by class and role would be really smart. There's a bunch of little stuff. I don't think it would take that much to get Gigantic in a state where people would maybe get hooked on it and it would do better than it did before. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but I don't think so. Like, I think there's a lot of potential there. Like, you talk to the people that play Gigantic, and the gameplay is rarely what turns people off. A lot of times it's like, well, I didn't understand the game type, like the main game type was poorly explained. And I think the tutorial they had towards the end before the game crapped out, I think that actually probably helped a lot with that issue, but I think they just weren't getting enough traffic at that point for that tutorial to matter. But I think easing people into the main game type would be a big... I don't think you go the Battleboard route, though. I don't think you offer, like, 3 or 4 game types, because that Battleborn did that, and I think it split the community too much. And then you couldn't find a game, and you were in the lobby forever. So I don't think you go that route either. I think you offer, like, one other game type, and you make it something more targeted at a casual audience. And then maybe you offer... I think also offering a ranked type, I think, would help too. But the only thing that... The main game type should be ranked, and that should be... The only ranked game type they should have should be, like, the main game mode. I don't think it was either. You know, there's certain things about how Gigantic worked that I didn't realize when I was playing it. And I didn't realize it until years later watching, like, Project Stamina streams and watching, like Falco Punch's stream, because I didn't watch a lot of other Gigantic streamers at the time, and like listening to Project Stamina like talk about Gigantic's gameplay and stuff and how that game type worked, and then watching like Falco's old streams, I was like, oh, I didn't realize that's how that mechanic even worked. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Like, I definitely didn't understand. There's several things in that game that I definitely didn't understand at the time, and I played it a lot. And I was pretty decent at the game, and I'm like, this game was poorly there's a huge learning curve, and then you don't even put stuff in there for the people that want to learn it, and it's like, okay, yeah, Overwatch is really simple. There's not a lot to learn. And even with the different characters, you don't have to worry about skills or, like, upgrade trees or anything like that. You know, you just pick up a character and you go, and you don't have to worry about how do I upgrade this character. There's just so much more in Gigantic you have to know. From what things to spawn and what locations, what creatures are even good to spawn, you know, whether to take locations or just kind of leave them, you know, how all the mechanics, you know, there's just so much to learn there. And Overwatch is such a dumbed down, simplified version of what Gigantic is. I understand why it has a bigger following, but other MOBAs work, and other MOBAs are very successful. Smite and League of Legends are very successful. They make a lot of money. There's definitely room on the market for a game like Gigantic that has a more complex aspect to it to succeed alongside Overwatch and make money. And I think there's a big market for it. I think there's a lot of people out there who would want to play, who like the strategy and the depth of something like League of Legends, but want something with more action like Overwatch or Call of Duty. The question is, how do you get enough people into a game like that and keep people in a game like that? And I think the easiest way is you have to give casual players an option to at least get into the game and start playing the game. I think that's a huge one. Also, like, a simple thing they could do that Pokemon Unite does, put players in bot matches for, like, their first, like, 20 matches or 10 matches or whatever. Because that really helps you get a chance. Because, like, then you're almost guaranteed to win as long as you play halfway decent. And it gives you a chance to experiment with different characters and stuff. I think there's a lot of little things like that they could do. I think it maybe was the issue, too. Because I think it didn't really appeal to either crowd. But I think you definitely could get it to there. Because I think it was too complex for, like, the Overwatch people. So I think you have to find a way to get the Overwatch people to be like, oh, okay. Oh, I understand this game now. I'll keep playing it. But then I think you could also introduce a couple more elements to maybe draw in the League of Legends crowd who are like, oh, this game is more complex than I thought. But I don't know. I have to get off. I have to go to work and get lunch before I go to work. So I'll talk to you later, Pizza Face. Have a good day.
Thanks everybody else who came out to the stream or who is watching it after the fact on pay-per-view. I should be back Monday at least. I'm going to be here Monday at least. At some point, I have to go to day shift to train on some stuff for my job. When that happens, my streams, there's still going to be streams. I'm sticking to this shit. I'm going to try my hardest to keep a schedule. But when I go to day shift, the streams will go probably later at night for a while. And then when I come back from day shift, they'll be in the mornings. But as far as I know, next week they're still going to be at this same time. This is going to be the regular time, unless something weird like my training pops up or something. But I might play this weekend. I might stream this weekend. It might be later on than this, or earlier than this, or it might be at this time. I don't know. But I really want to play more of this game, and since I'm only doing it on stream, I have to get on stream. So I might try to sneak on this weekend, so we'll see. But yes, bye Pizza Face. Have a great weekend if I don't talk to you. Have a great day. Goodbye, everybody.